Assalamualaikum and greetings. Today we are going to have a forum discussion about fluid mechanic project. Fluid mechanic has a wide range of application including mechanical engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering and so on. So today we have a group project from the civil engineering student that have doing some research lately at UTHM. Here we have Yit Mun, Mun Yee, Pei Yi and Badril. So my name is Mahathir and this is Farhan. We are the moderator. So this is the second moderator. And Pak An, you can proceed to the next question.
Okay. Firstly, I want to ask Badril for the first question. About your project, what's your research that you do for your project?
Our research for the project is to determine the power of pump in the fountain to reach a certain height.
Okay. Why do you choose the fountain as your theme of your project?
We chose the fountain because it can solve numerous problems such as pollution.
Pollution. Okay. What's the problem that have attract you guys to do this project at FCAS Lake?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Like a problem at FCAS Lake. As you mentioned, like pollution. What kind of the pollution there?
The FCAS lake is filled with greenish mosses covering up the surface of the lake, and it has an unpleasant smell, which was complained by people who was passing by.
Okay. Okay, for Yit Mun,
Yes.
I want to ask you. Can you explain about the fountain that you use in FCAS Lake and the function more detail?
Okay, like for the fountain in G3 Lake, it is one of the application that used to make the creation being more interesting. It gives some aesthetic view to the scenery, but the main function of the fountain is to give water cycle of the lake active, so that the aquatic life in the lake can survive. If the lake does not have the fountain like the FCAS lake, it's possible to be deaf lake and decrease the aquatic life, which can't survive because it doesn't have the water recycle.
As Yit Mun mentioned that fountains give benefits to ecosystem in the lake. Aeration system also is the similar has a similar function to fountain. Do you know what is aerators?
No.
Aerators is a device used for aerations or mixing air with another substance such as soil or water. It mostly used to add oxygen to the water. For example, when having aerators in the lake, it will move the water in the lake and refreshes the stagnant water. For the excess nutrients from the inflow of storm water, fountains and aerators help to reduce the damage that has been caused. It will provide a better quality of the water.
Okay. So may I know what's the problem statement that you guys have during completing your report?
For the first problem statement is how to calculate the value of the heat pump by using Bernoulli's equation in order to maintain the height of the fountain in 10 meters. Secondly is what is the suitable power of the pump using in the fountain for this project.
So may I know why you want to calculate the head pump?
because the head pump will affect the height of the fountain, and when we get the head pump, so we can get the power of the pump and can get to reach the height of the 10 meter of the fountain.
And what is the Bernoulli equation?
Bernoulli's equation is defined as the relationship between fluid velocity, fluid pressure, and the height above some fixed point for a fluid flowing through a pipe of varying cross section, and is the starting point for understanding the principle of the differential pressure flow meter.
So may I know how do you calculate the value?
Going to proceed to the calculation. For our calculation, this is our assumption for our project fountain. So we assume that the pressure of the underground is 4 atm, which is 405.2 kilopascal. And we assume that the flow rate of the pipe at the exit and an entrance is 0.002 meter cube per second, and the diameter of the pipe we use is 0.035 meter, and the length is 150 meter. So this is our equation of Bernoulli's equation for our project we use to find the head pump. So for the first step, we are going to find the velocity of the pipe. So we are using continuity equation, which is Q in equal to Q out. So we can get that the diameter of the pipe at the exit and entrance is same. So we can assume that the velocity of both is same, which is 2.08 meter per second. After that, we are going to find the major loss of the pipe. We are going to use Darcy wedge bag for this to find the major loss. First, we are going to find the type of flow of the pipe. So we are going to use Reynolds number, and we get the answer is 72,654. So we can get this is the turbulent flow in the pipe. After that, we are going to get the value of the F friction factor. We use the one common equation. We use one common equation to find the F, and the roughness of the E is 0.0015, which is the copper pipe. So we can get that the friction factor is 0.0103. So after that, we are going to substitute the F into the Darcy wedge bag, and we get the answer of the major loss is 9.73 meter. After that, the third step is to find the minor loss. We using the minor loss equation, we can get the minor loss is 0.46 meter. So at the end, we are going to assume that the height of the fountain is 10 meter. In the first Bernoulli's equation, we can get that the axis of the fountain of the pipe, which is pressure 2, is equal to 199.4 kilopascal. After that, we use the Bernoulli's equation again to get the H pump and substitute the values that we have found in the value we assume into the equation into the Bernoulli's equation. So at the end, we can get that the head pump of the pipe is 0.779 meter. So after that, we are going to substitute the head pump into the power equation, so we can get the final answer of the power of the pump is 50.5 watt. And we convert the unit of watt into the horsepower. So at the end, we can get that the input pump horsepower is equal to 0.02 horsepower. That's all.
Okay, then Mahathir, what you can conclude from our discussion of their project of fluid mechanics?
So from what I can conclude, I can see that making a fountain at the F-Cast Lake is very good, because the fountain not just give better experience for the lake, but also give a lot of benefit to the ecosystem, to the lake.
Okay, that's good conclusion. I think that's all for our forum and discussion. So thank you for you guys, and good luck for your study at UTHM. Thank you.